We would choose to make a piece of furniture if the designer has something very much in mind, if it's an unusual size piece of furniture that won't fit if you were to buy the real object, or if the designer wants an outsized object, piece of furniture which is bigger than real life, or have something special happen, trickery, that kind of thing involved, then it would be a make as opposed to buy. We quite often buy a piece of furniture that is close to what the designer wants but not exactly right, and then we will paint it, change the finish, shorten the legs, take it apart and rebuild it, whatever is required.
When we do large pieces of furniture, usually we do get a drawing for that. Sometimes you get a designer that says, I just want it to look a bit like this, show me something. And so the prop makers do have to definitely input a certain amount of creativity. But their creativity has to also be, they have to be able to understand what the designer's asking for. So they have to be able to be creative in the style of the designer that they're dealing with. One of the areas of prop making is light fittings or chandeliers. In the case of most of them, we buy them. But for the Afterlife that we've just done, there's two very large chandeliers in it, but if you were to make them the size that they need to be, they don't fit in the grid, you can't fly them out. So we've had to have those made specially and flattened, so that when you look at them head on as an audience, they are the size that the designer wants them to be. But if you look at them sideways on, they're much, much narrower. Often with candles that go on stage, they're rarely live flame because of the health and safety issues. So we have to make the candle and wire it up, and then the electrics department get involved and often put a battery pack in the table underneath, or sometimes they're radio controlled.